welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm terrible at managing money but trying to get better. So on my channel I talk about my debt journey and my financial journey, where I started off with $72,000 in debt as of September 2023. I have had more debt than that, I say that all the time, but I have always been in a cycle of trying to pay off debt, and then I would fail, and then I would get back on a debt-free journey again. This time around, it has really stuck. I've been able to maintain trying to pay off debt for over 2 years now. So I just want to take a time and create a video about some of the things that I don't buy and that I don't spend my money on now that I'm trying to pay off debt. Let's go ahead and get started. So number one, something that I do not buy is I don't buy coffee. I actually don't drink any caffeine because one, I don't want to spend my money on any frivolous things that could go towards other expenses or paying off my debt, but also I don't want to get into that habit. I feel a lot of people, they need and they crave their coffee and they have to have it in the morning in order to even function. But because I don't drink coffee, I can save away, just $5 a day, sometimes more. But I can also just save away that money, but also I don't build up this habit to where I need coffee or else I get some sort of caffeine withdrawal. All right, number two is I don't buy any brand name cleaning products or food unless it's either on a major sale. I can get some sort of wholesale bulk buying discount. I haven't ever really noticed too much of a difference whether I buy Pine Sol or if I buy some off-brand type of all-purpose cleaner, and then that goes the same with other types of cleaners. Instead of buying Windex, I just buy a cheaper glass cleaner. I haven't really noticed much of a difference at all even, and so that's another thing that since I have been trying to pay off debt, I do not buy or spend my money on. Number three is I no longer purchase or use any music or music streaming apps. So I don't have Spotify or Pandora. Even though they have the free versions, the commercials annoy me. So I do not buy those streaming apps. When I work out, I will either put on an audiobook or I will listen to the radio. The radio, yes, it does have commercials, and they do also have, little talking segments, but I've come to enjoy them. You just get used to them, just the way I'm sure people get used to the Pandora or Spotify commercials. I've now gotten used to the radio, and it forces me to listen to music that I normally don't listen to. If I'm at my house, I'll just throw on YouTube and just listen to the commercials when those commercials come through on YouTube. All right. Number four is I don't purchase cable. I don't watch cable. I know that there's other things that you can buy now, like YouTube TV or Hulu, but I do not use cable at all, but I'm starting to feel like that's becoming the norm nowadays. All right, then number five, to piggyback off of that, I don't pay for any monthly reoccurring subscriptions. So that includes Hulu, Netflix, Paramount. I don't have any monthly reoccurring subscriptions. HBO Max or Max or whatever it's called now, if I want to see a show that's on one of those platforms, I will purchase the subscription for the month and I will watch that show and whatever the show that I want in that month. And then I do not repurchase it again until at least a couple months afterwards. Or if you watch my annual spending plan videos, I bought a subscription over the summer for Disney, Hulu, and ESPN with no commercials, it was $20. So that was my entire subscription budget for the entire year. So I have not purchased a single subscription since then. If I want to watch a show, then I'll have to either wait, or maybe I can plan movie nights with friends who have those subscriptions. All right, number 6 is Amazon Prime. I do not purchase Amazon Prime. Amazon has it to where you can buy things and receive free shipping if you spend over $25. So if I ever need to buy something from Amazon, I'll just wait until I have $25 worth of stuff to purchase, and then I'll purchase it on Amazon. Other than that, if I really want something on Amazon Prime because I think I might return it, then I will wait until I can ask a friend or my parents if they'll buy it for me. All right, so the 7th thing is going to be I do not purchase a new phone every year. This year I did purchase a new phone when the iPhone 17 came out, but the last time I purchased a phone was when the 13 had came out, and it was even a couple months after the 13 had came out because I bought my phone in March of that following year. But I do not purchase new phones whenever they come out because I don't think that they're necessary. The only reason why I purchased a new phone this time around was because at that time I did want better video and photo quality, and this will be enough to last me for several years to come because I do not plan on buying a phone for the 2 years that I have this contract for. All right, number 8, something that I do not buy or buy often is clothing. I have not bought a single piece of clothing this entire year, and in the previous year, except for I bought pieces of clothing to wear to a wedding, and I went to a couple weddings this year, and I just repurchased. I didn't have to repurchase anything. I just reused that same dress, and I wore it to all the different weddings that I attended this year. Last year, I purchased 3 items, and that was 1 pair of pants, and those are the only pair of pants that I wear because they're the only pair of pants that fit me at this current size that I'm at. So I only wear 1 pair of jeans. I do have other things like leggings that I can wear, but I only have 1 pair of jeans, and that's what I wear to work most days. Then I also purchased 2 pairs of bras last year, and that's it. I know you're supposed to repurchase those every 6 months, but it's been a year and a half, and I do not plan on repurchasing a new bra anytime soon. I know it's TMI, sorry. All right, number 9, I think it's number 9. I do not pay for delivery, so I do not have any of the Uber Eats apps, and whenever I want food from a restaurant, I do not have it delivered. I will always go and pick it up. I have actually never purchased delivery, I don't think. I can only think of one time in 2020 when I had hurt my back and I could not drive. So I purchased, I think Domino's. But other than that, I have not bought anything delivery since that one time in 2020. And that's just because 1, I do not want to pay for the delivery fees, and 2, I do not want my food to be cold or been picked over and the fries being eaten out of by the delivery driver. I know that is not the case with every delivery driver. I'm sure if you're watching, you're probably perfect, but I've just seen too many gross horror stories online. Right? Number 10 is I do not pay to go to the salon anymore. I wear press-ons that I get for $4 or $5 a box. They last me anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. If I run out, that's $4, and I'll just file my nails and trim my cuticles and just put on a new set. Also, because I wear a lot of press-ons and they're cheap and easy to get, that's typically what my friends and my family will give me for like gifts, because cheap, quick, easy, and they know what I like, and it's a good press on. Same with pedicures. I do not go to the salon even for a pedicure. I will do my own toes at home, but for the most part, I wear socks. Even during the summer, I just like to wear socks. All right, the next thing, I forgot what number we are on, but I do not purchase anything without looking at the price per item or per pound or per ounce. I have just gotten to that habit to where I will buy more if it's something that I know I'll need more of later on in the future, if it's a cheaper price per ounce or per pound or per item. So that happens a lot with the case of buying food. It also happens a lot with the case of buying different cat treats and whatnot for my 2 cats. They're both black cats, so you've seen both of them, but you probably think I only have 1. I have 2. Number 12, I had to go and count. Number 12 is what if I'm wrong? Okay, anyways, next thing that I don't purchase is I do not buy new furniture. I don't buy furniture at all. At this point now, my house is mainly fully furnished, but even when I needed furniture, I do not buy furniture brand new. I shop secondhand, I go to thrift stores, I go to the Humane Society, the Habitat store. I do not buy anything new. When I do need things that I would prefer not to be used, such as a couch, then I will wait to get those on extreme sale at there are specific stores here where I live where they sell items that there was too much of, that like Target, Home Depot, places like that bought too much of. So although it's not technically used or secondhand, it is an item that would otherwise be discarded because of the nature of it either being bought too much of or even returned. Next thing that I do not purchase is I do not purchase premium gas. I do not know what premium gas is for. I do not know if it's required of my car or any car, but I have never purchased premium gas. All right, and then the last thing is I do not purchase or use to purchase store credit cards. I know it's a little bit different because it's not something that I buy, but it's something that you use to buy with. I do not use store credit cards. Have I in the past? Yes. I don't think that I've ever mentioned any of my store credit cards on any of my debt confessions videos, but I have had a K Jewelers credit card. Even though I do not wear jewelry because I'm allergic to metal, I still had one. And I also had a that is Express, that is a clothing store. It's called Express, but I think it was New York and Company was the actual credit card provider or something to that effect. I have had 2 store credit cards before, but I no longer buy things with a store credit card. All right, so that is the list of things that I do not buy either ever or since I started this debt payoff journey. If you stayed to the end of the video, thank you so much for following along. If you enjoy these types of videos, please like, comment, especially if you have any advice, things I could add to not buy, and then also subscribe. My next video will be out tomorrow, so please stick around and wait for that. But other than that, thank you for watching, and until tomorrow, take care. Bye.